July 23rd, 2024. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, starting with on my left.
Scott Charlie.
Randy Jugars.
Ed Schilling.
June Gagney. Has everyone looked at the minutes and had a chance to see if there's any issues with them? Or if they look good to you?
No, I make a motion to accept that. Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public hearing.
Hello, public.
Okay, we want to hear from you.
This crowd, oh, Kevin, our first selectman, Kevin Cunningham, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Join
I
us.
just wanted to share with you what I've gotten from the return from the attorney. You'll have a few pages within that. The first few are the most important because the 6 questions that you had mentioned at the last meeting were the ones that he directly replied to. So you'll see what the redraft of section 2.4 is. You will also notice that the next part of question 2, he agreed with the, just making the date changes within it to include the other 2. The next one is question 3. And by the way, in your packet, the very last page is I think we started with 13, but we reorganized it to the first 6. So
The
that's
last
why.
page has the 13 questions
Yep.
that we crossed out
Yep.
in the first 6. This packet shows, I'm sorry, but it shows me what the attorney wrote about the charter.
Terms of office for the vacancies, what was the issue with if people are not party affiliated and they can't fit into that square peg round hole? That's why we're trying to work on a way around that, so the 15-day vacancy is there.
Is that the blue lettering, is that from the state? Does it have to be 15 days?
No, it's just something we suggested by the attorney. Question 4 is a rewording of the way of the 7 members for the Board of Finance. Question 5 was something brought to our attention by the town clerk, tax collector, so he's just including in the, the Plainfield general statute, so he just, replies to that item. In doing so, section 2.4 talks about there was a question concerning the not going back all the time for the referendums. Every 14 days thereafter, says cycle shall continue. So I just wanted to highlight that for you to let you know that instead of going to a town meeting, which I think is somewhat cumbersome, when you go to a town meeting, you eliminate the opportunity for some people to have access to vote. And so while it costs more, I think that's what the intent is here to say, let's go back to continued referendum only. And so that's why the wording is like that. And just to clarify, that last page talks about those items that are on there. Yes, you have the first 6 which are answered in the attorney's reply. I took it upon myself to take a look at things I thought would be appropriate or not appropriate. It's yet to be talked about in front of the Board of Selectmen when we have our public hearing. But there's some things in here that like capital improvement, replacing that as a proper verbiage throughout the entire charter. By doing the housekeeping, we just do housekeeping period.
Capital improvement plan.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what the green lettering.
So anything that has a red into it, like 9, 10, and 13, my comments are there believing that to be unnecessary because really don't have to have it as long as it's part of the ordinance. Number 10 was there putting the town pension board definition. We're creating the ordinance, so that takes care of that one. And number 13 is the legislative power of the town vested in the town meeting. It's always been implied in the general statute, so you don't really need to have that rewritten again. The other ones I think we could talk about the selectmen's portion of the public hearing at our next meeting too. So that's really what that is. I wish there was more people from the public. I guess they trust that you're doing the work of the town. So
They don't have to come to say no.
right.
Question 1.
Yep.
There's 2 answers to that one, or 2 suggestions of changes in the charter.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. There's a
I
covers
want
the
everyone
issue.
to read that and
Yeah, it
decide.
covers the issues that you had talked about with the first one, which was,
Separating the three budgets so
Yep.
that they can be passed.
correct, and how it affects that. And the second part of that was also within section 2.4, and again, that was highlighted a little later on, talking about how you're, you're gonna go and do your votes on from that point on, no more having a town meeting. Look, you can have
If
a
that
town meeting.
passes, going to, every meeting goes to referendum,
Correct,
every
if it
vote,
passes, yeah.
every budget vote goes to referendum. So we won't have any more.
I think I talked about that with the attorney. Yes, it may cost more money, but then again, it opens up to everybody having access to.
You know, instead of having voting in the auditorium, people come, it would be a lot better. You'd have longer
Parking
hours.
is an issue,
Parking.
Right.
elderly
Fire
having
code.
I
access.
mean, it is kind of exciting to see the whole town try to crowd into that auditorium.
I mean, we can always call it for a meeting
But,
at the
yeah,
high school auditorium,
yeah,
but again, that also causes other issues. We have to
Right.
deliver things.
right.
Any questions? I think I'd like to ask this. You have the packet now in front of you. I would take it home and read it as your homework,
Right.
and then at your next meeting, I think it was next week,
And Monday.
to discuss what the issues are, but,
I always did my homework in class.
okay.
This is exciting to see this, because then you have an idea of what it's supposed to look like in the charter. Do we have to decide, or I guess the Board of Selectmen decides finally, like, how you're gonna do this in the charter? Or does it depend on whether all the 6 questions are passed, or because some of them are related?
There's a lot of relationships to those questions that as it ties in. Again, there's the ones that we would probably follow up in the next Board of Selectmen meeting, talk about the other items on there, or whether they want to go forward with them, but I'd like to present it at least to the public and let them figure out what they'd like to do with it. Size, spacing availability on the election, on that ballot is the other issue, and that's why you've done a great job of bringing it down to 6. But, you know, there's always other rounds of charter revisions coming up.
It should almost be a constant thing.
Yeah, the charter originally was set up for 5 years, but I
Yeah,
think
5
that,
years, yeah, I read that.
yeah,
We didn't finish 2020.
it was one in 18 and 20, 21, yeah, keep moving forward.
So this Monday, this coming Monday, it's Tuesday, Monday, will be another meeting, the last one. Okay. Well, that covers everything. Unless you have any more questions or concerns. So I guess we're all set then. For a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And
Second.
all in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Okay, so this is Monday?
Yeah, the 29th.